Hello and welcome to Kansas, and I feel like I've just landed in some magical land, just like in the Wizard of Oz, just like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. And this is a magical land because this is the most ginormous map I've ever seen in Farming Simulator 22. And by the way, we're only about 2.5 weeks to FS25 at the moment, but I've started in New Farmer because if you start in anything else, start from scratch or Farm Manager, you won't get any land, and the land on this map is absolutely very expensive. So for example, if I pick the smallest parcel of land here, like this one here, 877,000, well, you could do it I suppose, but the smallest sort of field like this one here, 18 million. So the sizes are absolutely ginormous, and the fields we've got, number one is 235 hectares, and number 15 just here is 27 hectares. Now I would like to harvest our field. If I can just fly for a second. Our field is all around us here, and I'd like to harvest it before the end of the episode. Now how am I going to do that? Well, I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it anyway, is with the Lizard Colossus stuff. There's a harvester here called, the Lizard Colossus harvester, and I'm going to rent this. I'm going to configure it. Yeah, I'm a bit worried. I've just spent a minute or two configuring it. I'm a bit worried about the speed of it when it's harvesting. You can see over here 43 miles per hour. That's probably about right. So I'm gonna rent this. Yeah, 15,000. That's fine. So we're going to need all the rest of it, like the header and the header trailer. So I'm going to get it all sorted out, and I'll see you when I've done it. So here we are with our Lizard Colossus harvester. And our header. And I don't actually know where we are. It looks like we're down here. This is the vehicle shop. I had trouble finding it for some reason, but I'm all sorted out, and I'll see you when I get back to the farm. So it's taken me absolutely ages to get back from the shop, which is not surprising because the size of the fields here are absolutely enormous. I mean, the shop is down here, and this field here is 146 hectares, so it takes an absolute age to get past it. So I'm going to do this on course play if I can. So wish me luck, because this field is quite big, but it's a bit fiddly because there's all this stuff in the middle of it, and I'm not sure how course play is going to deal with it. So what I'm going to do is just do a little bit to start off with. And then go to this, click on him, click on the guy, create job, go to CPU fieldwork, open and close the course generator. I'm going to have two headlands. I'm going to have sharp corners. I'm going to generate the field, or the course rather. Close the course generator, and finally start job. And there he goes. And let's see how he does over the next 8 minutes. Well, this hasn't been as fast as I thought it would be actually, but it's fast enough. Now we've done, how much have we done? If we go to this, you can see that we've done hardly anything basically. And this is a Colossus harvester. To be honest with you, I thought it would go at 43 miles an hour, but it's going quite fast. And if it went any faster, I couldn't cope with things because we don't have a grain mill. We do have, if we look just in our productions here, we have everything. Sugar mill, cereal factory, oil mill, bakery. We don't have a grain mill, and there is one on the map. I'm absolutely sure of it. Let me just find it. Yeah, just here. Grain mill just here. So we need to buy the grain mill. So I'm going to go to it, and probably it's 96,000 as it normally is. Yeah, I'm going to have to borrow some money. I'm going to borrow 100,000, and what I should probably do is sell one of our tractors because we have 4 tractors and it's a bit too much. But I'm going to buy the grain mill now, and as soon as this guy is full up, I'm going to drive him over to the grain mill because, you know, he's got like 650,000 litres of wheat in his tank, and I can't find a, you know, like a trailer big enough for that. Okay, he seems to have stopped at 95%. So what I'm going to do is leave that here and drive over to the grain mill. Do you know what I should have done actually is put our own grain mill down, because it's taken me so long to get here. And I'm pretty sure once I put the pipe out that this grain mill won't have the capacity for all this wheat we brought here. Okay, it does. Let's have a look now at our our productions. So the grain mill is here. If we turn off this one, and this one, wheat flour we have producing, and we also have a bakery. So in the bakery, I'm going to produce bread, and the wheat flour I'm going to have distributing. How about that? 69,000 litres. Okay, fine. So let's get back and see if I can get course place started up again. Yes. Yes. I'm still not an expert on course plate. Anyway, so we have another field here, which is just over here, and it's not to be sneezed at because the size of this field is 27 hectares. You can just see it there flashing if I click on it. 27 hectares is not a small field. Now, we own, I think, this biogas plant, so I can use this to go to the field, and you can see it's forest. If I can get out of here, I'll show you. It's forest, but there's not much in the way of trees here. So what I'd like to do is to clear these trees and make a field, because it's such a big area and there's so few trees here. So what I'd like to do is put down somewhere around here a sawmill, and we can drag the trees to the sawmill to get rid of them, because, you know, these are the kind of trees, they're American elms, and they're very, very difficult to deal with. So I'm just going to saw one down. I don't have I've got like 4 tractors, but no chainsaw. So let's find myself a chainsaw. Nice orange one. And this is our first tree, so let's chop it down. We'll deal with the stump afterwards. And the next thing I'm going to do is put down a sawmill. This one from the Platinum expansion. And I'm going to put it, I'll find it like the cheapest place I can to put it here. So what we need to do is cut down our American elms and drag them here with the winch. So I'm going to use one of our tractors, which is probably going to be... Oh, I like the Fent actually. I'm partial to Fent, so we'll get this one and we'll have to go down the shop and buy ourselves a winch. Do you know what? It's so far. It's such a long way to the shop that I'm going to do a little cheat thing here and reset our tractor to the shop. So our tractor is just here. We'll reset it to the shop. So here it is. So let's find ourselves a winch. This one. This is my favourite. I'm just going to rent this for the moment. And with this winch and our tractor and my chainsaw, we can start making a new field on that, well, that forest in inverted commas actually. Right, I'm going to find out how to get back to our new field forest thing, and I'll see you there. Okay, so I think that I wouldn't be very happy having a field that's like 150 hectares or whatever the one is we've got. I'd much rather have this sort of small parcel of land, and just because it's quite big, it's 27 hectares, which is not to be sneezed at. So, but we'll harvest it anyway. Let's just see how our guy is doing. He hasn't even done one headland yet, and we're kind of like, you know, halfway through the episode. So what I was planning to do, if I can remember how to use this winch, which I probably can, I've used it loads, we'll cut down our second tree. We'll get the winch and we attach it here, because I don't want to have to chop up American elm trees, because they're a nightmare to deal with actually. I've dealt with them a lot on Iowa Plains and I don't want to have to go through that again. So if I pull this in a little bit, we will drag it over here into the sawmill. Okay, so okay, fine. So we have this sawmill now. I'm going to have prefab walls. The only thing I'm going to have is prefab walls because they sell for such a lot of money. So let's find ourselves a few more trees. So we can already nearly make ourselves quite a big field here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, it's quite a big space here. Like, you know, in normal terms, in Kansas terms, it's not very big at all. But in normal terms, and also I should have dealt with these stumps as I was going along, but I didn't do it. So now let's just turn the vent off because yeah, this harvester here needs to be unloaded. So I think what I'll do now is not to take it to the grain mill. I'm going to sell it because we need some money, and we've got in here I'm not sure how much is it, 70,000 litres of wheat, and I would like to not do that. I would like to just sell it and just sell it straight off the field, which is something I don't normally do. But let's see where we can sell wheat. So we can either sell it at Feed and Grain South or Johnson's Farmers Market. Let's just see where these things are. That's Feed and Grain South. And that's Johnson's Farmers Market. So I think Johnson's Farmers Market wins because it's a bit nearer. So it's still going to take a while to get there. I feel like this harvester is not big enough, is not fast enough rather, and doesn't have a big enough capacity. I feel like I've done something wrong in that we don't have, you know, we can't get through the field fast enough. I suppose if you're in Kansas, you would have more than one harvester working on the field. If it's a massive field like we've got, you'd have like 4 or 5 harvesters, like in the well, in the thumbnail for the map. There's 4 harvesters working on one field, which is probably what you have to do. But for now, we'll soldier on with this one. So I'll see you back there. Right, I've just swapped I've just swapped our harvester for this one, which is much faster, as you can see, 150 miles an hour, and also has a much bigger capacity, 500,000 instead of about 70,000. Okay, there he goes. I'm not sure if it's going to be any faster actually, because that's all to do with the header. No, he's not faster, but his capacity is much more. Okay, this is all fine. So now I'd like to have a look at, actually, we've got our farm, which is just in the middle here. If I go to this, do we have animals? That's what I'd like to know. I'm not sure we do. Our farmhouse is here, and we've got, yeah, where do we... Can we have animals on this map? This is what I'd like to know, because I do like animals, and I do like to have them on the farm to bring the farm to life a little bit. So I might have to, if I was carrying on with this series, which I'm absolutely not going to do because it's too big for me. I mean, what I would do, I think, is we have a bit of space here. We could surely put down some animals, but let's see where the animals are. Chicken coop, horse barn. What about cows? Pigs. I can't find cows actually. There's a chicken coop here, and also a horse barn, and there's pigs up here, which I've just showed you just a second ago. Pigs here, but no cows. So, but I wouldn't want them on a satellite anyway. I'd like them to be on the farm. But yeah, I can't do anything about that at the moment. Let's just have another look at and see how this guy's doing. So I've finally worked out how to get the harvesting done at 55 miles an hour. Don't use courseplay, just use a worker and they will do harvesting at 55 miles an hour, which is what was advertised with this harvester. But if you use courseplay, it's just 16 miles an hour, I'm afraid. So, but I've run out of time. Now this is the issue with big maps like this, that you know, we've taken so long to do this. And this is how much we've harvested in, like, you know, I spend an hour and a half making my videos and then I edit them down to about 20 or 25 minutes. And this is how much we've done. So probably what we should have done at the start is just used a worker for this, because it's so much faster. So I'm not going to be doing any more episodes on this map because it's just too big for me. It's a 16x map, as you probably know. 16x, and I wouldn't be able to cope with it even at this speed. So thanks very much for watching, and back to normal, and very soon obviously back it'll be FS25, so I'll see you then. Bye for now.